What is going on, y'all beautiful people, man? Hope you guys have an amazing day today. Well, what we are going to be talking about, firstly, let me say thank you guys for being able to have us here, being able to allow me to make this video today, man. And what we're going to be talking about in this video is how to get into a flow state in your life. And what I mean by this is, me, a flow state in life might be a little bit sound like, what does that mean? But what it's meaning is, in spirituality, in terms of getting closer to God and in the presence of God, there is a place that we can get to. And I've heard this talked about in this book called Letting Go, that eventually the things of the world, the money, the success, the status, stops being what we want and going deeper and deeper into a peace, love, joy, hope, all that great stuff, kindness of God. That becomes what we're going after. And that becomes the main thing that we're trying to go after. And that is a deep presence and flow state with God that we can get into every single day. Now, how do we get into that flow state every single day? This is a powerful thing that I'm starting to learn about. So it's from this guy named George Munford, and he is the meditation coach for Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. And what he was basically saying about this is that being able to get into this flow state in, he's talking about like sports and stuff like that, but also in your life, is being able to accept what is. So when Michael Jordan's going out there, he has to accept what is and continue to grow from that thing. I'm trying to think about the exact thing that he was saying about it. But he was basically saying that if you can accept what is and continue to grow from there, but then also being able to get into a deeper flow by allowing yourself to grow in the acceptance on the outside also. So it's like getting on an acceptance of, you start to accept and appreciate your life, but then also appreciating that God has this ability. God is going to lead you no matter what. That gets you into a deep flow state. If you're playing a game of freaking basketball, or if you're talking to somebody, or if you're just going about your everyday life. So he's saying, one of the things that he always says over and over, here's the thing, okay, like stay with me, because this is freaking powerful and it's going to change your life. But he says, generating hope in the moment is something that's going to get you into a flow. Hope in the moment that everything is going to work out, that everything is going to work out for your good. You're going to continue to learn. The fact that you're not fearing mistakes, that you're going to continue to learn from mistakes, and mistakes are your friend. That is generating hope in the moment. And what we can also do is knowing that God is with us in the moment, and that anything that happens, even if it goes terrible, we have the hope that God is going to use it for good. You understand that? If we have that, that allows us to stop thinking so much and to allow ourselves to be in the moment and in a flow state. This not only goes for if you're talking to somebody, if you're in a game of basketball or football or anything like that, but also in your everyday life. Think about this. How many times are you worried about stuff and you are worried, you're anxious, you're stressed, you're like, oh, I got this and this and this, and you can't shut off your mind. You can't shut off those thoughts from coming. But the more that you generate a hope that God is working everything together for good, you are safe, you are okay, the more that you can wake up every single day in this state and presence of being where you're just happy, having fun, peaceful, joyous, and just have hope about life and that everything's going to work out. And I've been in this state, and I have continued to get closer and closer to this state. And I'm not saying that I'm there perfectly every single day, but I'm saying we have all felt that, where it feels like that, where it feels like we're just so thankful for God. Now, this is something you can continue to get into the more that we're able to trust God, the more that we learn about God, learning that He has the best for us, learning some verses that we can take into our day. And it's just something where that joy, that peace, that love, where it's just overflowing. I do believe that we can continue to get into that more and more every day. And I felt that for myself. I feel more happy, more joyous, more peaceful in my days as I've gotten closer to the Lord. Now, I know that there's another level that I can get to with here, and I'm still breaking through to that level. But just think about that, being able to live your life every single day at a piece of joy, peace, and love. And even if you're not feeling perfectly amazing, you can still be in a flow state, because I don't feel amazing right now. I feel a little bit stressed, or I feel a little bit anxious, or I got some nerves. But I know God is with me. He's going to continue to work this out for good, and I can be happy, healthy, and continue to thank Him. Excuse me. And it's almost like getting into a rhythm with your life. And I think that that's so powerful, because it's just getting into the rhythm of being in that peace, love, and joy. That is actually going to get you into a flow state in the moment. That's what Michael Jordan was going after, getting into that flow state where you're just so locked into the moment, because you're able to shut off other things and be so focused here and now. If you're focused on self-consciousness, if you're focused on things that got going on for the rest of the day, if you're focused on if this is going to work out, if you're focused on what people are going to think, that is going to take you out of the flow state, because it's going to get you in your head. But the more that you generate what we constantly doing, or being thankful in the morning, in the evening, and at night, thanking God and being able to get into that momentum, what it's basically doing is rewiring our mind to know that we can trust that. You don't always have to remember why you need to trust that or why that is, but the more that you are just having that feeling, and I'm pretty sure you all have felt it, man, where it's like, like, God, you're so good. God, I can trust you. God, I know that you're going to work out everything for me for good. You have that feeling, and you remember that feeling, and that feeling you can take into the moment that you're doing something, but also into your everyday life. Right now, I don't have to think about like, oh, why should I trust God? I think about the fact that I've had feeling after feeling after feeling of trusting, feeling safe in His presence, having the joy of the Lord, and just thanking Him for the moments that He's taken me out of. Thanking Him for the things that He's allowed me to discover, and knowing that that's there. And being able to be thankful for that. And even the guy, George Munford, who is the meditation coach for Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, he says that gratitude is so powerful because it trains your mind to be grateful. And that is actually something that works in the moment. If you wake up in the morning and you're grateful, if you go to sleep at night and you're grateful, when you're in the moment of struggle, you remember that gratefulness and remember that God is taking you out of that. And remembering that you have so much to be thankful for, that allows you to be present in the moment, even with that struggle or tension that you got going on, or the anxiety that you got going on, and you're going to get into that deep flow state. It's like Michael Jordan doing the flu game, man. It's just something that's so powerful when you start to have these positive beliefs that God is with you, that God is present, even with the anxiety, stress, and nerves, tension, whatever it might be, man. That is powerful. And I really just want us to get this today, man, because it's something that's going to allow you to live your best life the more that we can get into that, and help us realize why it is so important to continue to dive deep into the presence of God, deep into the feelings and knowing and trust and joy of the Lord that we can get into every day. And we need that. We need that for talking to people. We need that for performing our best. We need that for whatever you're trying to do, because it's just getting you into this rhythm. It's getting you into this rhythm. And that's really something I'm talking about in these past few videos, because it's really that Michael Jordan swagger, that Michael Jordan ability to just have that pep in your step. And I really want to get into this. I really want to continue to dive into this. And I've just realized how powerful it's been for me to just, one of the verses that I'm learning recently is, in everything give thanks. And that's what I've been doing for myself. And I never realized how powerful it is to give thanks about everything, because it gets you into a rhythm for your life. I've been doing things, and it's just like, I know even when things go wrong, I can be thankful, and I'm like, hey, this God's going to work out this for good. And you get your muscles for that gratitude get strengthened and get more used to the fact that you have that gratefulness to have despite anything that's happening. And I just start being able to go into that rhythm every day, being thankful, being loving, being joyous. Work it out. You have to work it out. It's literally like doing a workout for your mind. The meditations that you do, the loving meditations, guided meditations, are working out your mind to be in the Lord's love, knowing that you have that. It becomes easier to love people because you know that that is there. The more that you're able to be thankful, it's like doing a freaking dumbbell curl every single day, and you're building your gratitude muscle. And your gratitude muscle, all these muscles, the love, the joy, the peace, are things that help you get into the flow state better and better every single day. Live your best life every single day and be able to perform your best in anything that you're doing, because you're able to be present in the moment. If you guys got any questions about this, I know it might be a little bit complicated, but it is so powerful. Leave them down in the comments below, man. I love you guys very much. Talk to y'all in the next video. Peace.